Suzanne Collins, and the movie adaptation as well. I just finished reading this like 45 minutes ago. I've read it before, but I had recently watched the movie because they were showing them in theaters near me. So I watched the first movie, and then the next day I picked this up and said, I am rereading this because I want to see everything that's different. So that's what today's video is. We are going to talk about what I remembered is different off the top of my head immediately after reading. So it's not going to be everything because I definitely did not remember everything, but I made a list. So we're going to go through that. My first note was, Katniss and Gale meet in the woods, but he does not startle her like he does in the movies. In the movies, you know how she's hunting that deer, and he shouts something to her, I forgot, but that's not what happens. They meet in the woods together, like, purposefully. I know that's probably small, but I noticed. And then Katniss doesn't buy the pin. She gets it from Madge, which I believe Madge is the mayor's daughter. After Katniss volunteers and is taken into the Justice Building, where she visits with people. In the movie, the only people she gets to see are Prim and her mom, and Gale. But in the book, not only does Madge visit her and gives her that pin, but Peeta's father, the baker, visits her as well and gives her 2 cookies and says that he will keep Prim fed. So I think that's kind of an important dynamic that I wish they didn't leave out. And then we have that during training, per Haymitch's instructions in the book, they do everything together. They go to every station together. They stick together the entire time. And this is true for the movies as well, but they don't show off any skills. And I know that's kind of small, but it plays into the whole dynamic. Oh, here comes my cat. Then, for the Game Maker evaluations, Katniss goes before Peeta in the movie, but in the book, Katniss goes last, and it's really kind of to show the point that the Game Makers are so done by that point, and that's why Katniss shoots the arrow at the big apple, because they aren't paying attention to her at all. Also, she shoots way more than just 3 arrows. She shoots, like, multiple targets. She even shoots ceiling lights. So, they don't make it as dramatic, and though my nail just popped off. Anywho. In the games, when Katniss gets burned by the fireball, she burns her calf, not her thigh. And I know that's also a small detail, but, like, why did they change that? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense why they changed that. Also, Katniss almost dies of thirst in the beginning of the games. She almost dies of thirst, and I think that's important, but they probably thought it would have been too slow going because it was over the course of a couple days. Another thing about it during the games is Peeta's injury when she finds him is way worse in the book. Way worse. Like, it's pus-filled, and I know, like, they probably just didn't get too graphic with the special effects in that movie, but, like, it was disgusting. And he actually had blood poisoning from it, which is why the medicine was so crucial. Also, another note. Sorry, I have more. I don't need to preface them by saying also. Cato kills Thresh. Cato kills Thresh, not the Mutts. It's actually during a thunderstorm when they're locked in their cave, and they actually didn't hear the cannon go off, they just see it projected in the sky. Also, during the finale, when Katniss shoots Cato's hand, which, another note that I didn't write down, in the movie, he just taps on his hand. In the book, he takes blood from his leg and marks an X on Cato's hand. So, like, another small detail that didn't need to be changed. I don't know why they changed it. But after she shoots Cato and he falls into the muds, it, like, is almost an entire day before Cato dies, because he actually has this, like, sheer body armor on in the books. And the mutts are not able to really get at him that well, so he's just in, like, the cornucopia moaning in pain until Katniss finally leans over the edge and takes him out of his misery. And then I just have a couple more notes here. Okay, rapid fire, go, go, go. So, when they were getting up onto the cornucopia, Peeta was actually bitten by the mutts. And he had so much blood loss that as soon as they finished the games and the hovercraft came to get them, Peeta passes out and his heart actually stops twice on the operating table. His heart stops twice. He almost died, and in the movie, it's like, oh, we won, because Peeta wasn't injured that way in the movie. And he actually has a prosthetic leg after that. And then final note that I have, in the movie, Snow has a crown for Katniss and a crown for Peeta. In the book, they each get half a crown. There's definitely a lot more stuff that I'm missing, but these were just the glaringly obvious things that I could see while finishing this. Thank you for listening to me rant about this. I just had to get my thoughts out because I feel like so many of these things were unnecessarily changed, and I don't know. I don't know the reasoning. I don't make movies, but it's interesting to see all the differences. And by the way, I'm going to be watching all of the movies and reading all of the books and hopefully making another video like this. So, I hope you enjoyed listening to me rant about the differences of the Hunger Games movie and the Hunger Games book. Thanks for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.